Mm-hmm.
And my mom flew to Philly every 2 years to have the children born in Philly, but they lived in Florida.
Gotcha.
So I'm sure Matt wants to ask you, but I'm going to do it. Am I considered a Philadelphian if Philadelphia is on my birth certificate?
No, but you were born there. I am also not a Philadelphian, but
Right.
I represent Philadelphia. That's where my team is, where I've been training for 20 plus years. Always has been in Philadelphia, but even I am not considered a Philadelphian, and I'm okay with it, man. Look, like, be proud of where you're from, be proud of your town, but Philadelphia is free for all right now. Chaos.
Well, it always
a
is.
lot of crazy crime and whatnot. So I'm happy to rep in a good way as far as an athlete, as far as sports and whatnot. But yeah, man, not a proud place to rep.
I think, Matt, you have a new favorite fighter, right? Well, I've always been told by every Philadelphian fighter, or basically from the area of Philadelphia, says it's what's on your birth certificate.
Mm.
So
Yeah, I mean,
it's.
but if you go and you talk to them personally, like Sean Brady, he's the one that kicked me out of being a Philadelphian, which I'm cool with.
Really?
Yeah. So
Well,
it is what it is. You know what I mean? They're very prideful about, like, do you live on the outskirts? Do you live inside of Philadelphia? Like, my dad was born and raised in Kensington, Philadelphia. He was from Philly. So, but yeah.
I lived in Kensington as well. My uncle had an apartment there. So anybody that survives in Kensington should be considered whatever they want to be called.
Yeah. Well, he definitely could be called a lot of things, my man. We'll leave it at that.
Well, I will leave it. Talk about the journey. Talk about the journey that you're on, and how much you're enjoying it.
Man, I'm really enjoying it. Like, today is stressful. Today's stressful just because they try to shove in your face. And when I say they, just it's not
Us.
anybody in particular. No, not even you guys. Like, this is relaxing to do. Talk to people versus taking pictures and the whole ego stuff.
Right.
I get it.
I'm gonna try to refrain cursing, but yeah, it's a great journey, man. It is what you make it, and it's all about perception. It's all about this illusion that these things make you important and big and all these things. So I try to shrink it and make it seem like I'm still fighting for my debut, and and the only thing I'm focused on is this man. I understand this man's intentions. I understand how the air is gonna feel when I take my shirt off and I get ready to fight. It's cold. When you get hit, things feel different. So yeah, man. I mean, I'm enjoying the process. Weight cut's going really good, and I'm fortunate to be here, man. That's first and foremost. Is a lot of times I didn't think I would live this old. I just turned 27, and I'm happy to be here, brother. Life is a beautiful thing when you are able to appreciate it.
Your journey. A lot of people will be aware of certain parts of your journey, especially into the UFC, and since you've got here, you've literally just ran through everybody. What would you say to people that are struggling in any form of their life? Look at where you are now to maybe where you were a few years ago and stuff. What got you here? What kind of mental sort of tools did you use, or what advice would you give to people that are struggling out there with anything? It doesn't necessarily have to be in fighting, but you are a kind of poster child for hard work, graft, concentration. Let's just get this done, and life can turn for you. What advice would you give to people that kind of listening, about that kind of process in your life and how you've literally just turned everything around to now being, your four fights now?
I'm 2 fights. This is my third, but obviously I came off the.
He's from Europe. He can't add.
Yeah, I got you. So look, here's what it is. There's a lot of people in this game that are committed. I mean, to be to this level, you have to be committed, you have to be dedicated in some form, and you have to have self-discipline, right? So I've had all those things because I've started this at 4.5 years old. I've been in the game for a long time, and to everybody else, to everybody behind the screen,
Sure.
to every interviewer that wants to talk to me, it's new to them, but it's not new to me. So, just being around, having the mind for the game has been something that helped me. But as far as, people that are struggling, that don't see a future, I got a kid that I brought with me, and he's in this room, and he's not even made his pro debut yet, and he's a big-ass 185er, and he's going to be a stud, but
Yeah.
I want to bring him, be an example,
Sure.
be a leader, fly him out here, take him with you, give him an experience,
Yeah.
and put in their mind that they're capable and worthy of being here. I never gave up because I always had an unspoken in my gut, in my heart, and in my mind that said I didn't think I was meant to be average, and that's what I used to say all the time. And
Yeah.
I've always dreamed of walking out to a crowd. I never dreamed of being a world champion. I dreamed of walking out to the crowd because that was my moment of success, because to think any further with how it was brought up was crazy. So just don't think that any dream is too crazy talk to people. It's not good to keep all the hurt and pain and the traumas that you've gone through in life inside. Get insight. It doesn't mean you got to make a decision. But, gather information is the best thing I can tell people, and never be afraid to fail, because we all get old very quick. And, I remember in a blink of an eye yesterday, I just graduated high school, and now I'm here with a couple surgeries and injuries later, and I'm in the UFC, and, I'm making a little bit of money and whatnot. But, just understand that we're all going to get old, and don't look back and realize that you didn't do something because of fear or, being scared, because I am too, and I'm doing it.
Beautiful.
It seems like I just graduated high school as well. I feel that. And then I just got an email. Our 45th, whatever it's called, is
Reunion.
reunion is like next month. I'm like, wait a second. I just graduated. But that's how quickly, it does fly. How difficult is it from the calm person that we're kind of looking at right now to flip that switch? On Saturday, you're walking, into a fist fight.
It's not that hard. It's not as hard as you would think, because when your whole lifeline's on the line, like, this is my way of living. You get paid in 2 separate checks. So when I know that this person across from me is going to try and take that from me and try to inflict bodily harm on me, you better be willing to take a lot of shots yourself and a lot of brain damage yourself, because I'll never roll over for nobody. I'll never be some steamroll. And I'm confident in this fight on Saturday, and I'm confident in also saying that the only way that this man can beat me is if he catches me with a lucky shot, which is very possible. He has big power, but as far as an athlete, he's not better than me. As far as skills, he's not. Technique, composure. I'm a big kid. I'm a true 85er, and I have a mind for this game, and I'm also not 38 years old. So, and I'm also not 6-5 in the UFC. So, I understand the risk that I'm taking. This man could take it all from me, and so no, it's not hard to switch that. I hate every man that steps in there to hurt me.
Marcus Jones played in the NFL, and then he had a small run. He was on Tough, and he always told me about the NFL that he didn't like the NFL. He was just good at it. He didn't enjoy it. He was just good at it. Do you enjoy this, or are you just good at what you're doing for a living?
I think it's a bit of both. I think I'm good, but I think I'm good because of how hard I train, because of how hard I prepare, and how hard I beat at trying to, make myself better. But yeah, no, I mean, there's both. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't want to deal with the fucking. Sorry.
Trucking.
He
doesn't want to be a trucker anymore.
I apologize. It's ingrained in me to speak this way. But listen, I don't want to deal with the anxiety, and the reason that word came to mind is just because it is stressful.
Sure.
It is something that wears on you mentally, and that's why the biggest sigh of relief is victory. So I have victory on my mind. I have it on my brain. I have it in my stomach. I have it through my weight cut. I'm thinking about this person. I've thought about this person for months. I've been training since July, and I mean, it's a tough thing, but I am good at it.
So I always try to ask the fighters about the week, and not the fight week per se, but I'll always ask, do you try not to think about Saturday you're in a fist fight? But it sounds like that's you. You are thinking about 3 days from now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, everybody says it's a big step up, or you might get caught, you might get knocked out, and you talk to every journalist or interviewer, and they're like, man, he's got these 12 knockouts, and my man, I'm 11-2 technically. I should be 12-1, right? Like, whatever. But I got 8 knockouts, and I'm 27 years old. This man's 38 years old. He's got 12 knockouts. I'm on trend to smash it. I'm a favorite for a reason. My skills are better. Like I said, every part of me as a fighter is better than this man. And it's not cockiness. It's not arrogance. I'm telling you this. I'm looking you in the face. I'm telling you I'm better than this man everywhere. The only way this man beats me is if he can knock me out. And I don't think that a blown-up welterweight, and I mean this respectfully, can knock me out. I don't think. Can he? Sure. Will he catch me? I don't believe so. So yeah, man, I'm ready to rock.
Listen, you seem like the kind of person that's always in shape, even when you're not in camp. I might be wrong, but you can tell me. But do you allow yourself after a fight to give yourself a little moment of,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have a couple of beers, I'm gonna have a burger, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, before you go back into that mindset?
Yeah. I mean, listen, from it doesn't matter what you do. I think you have to take a healthy step back to reevaluate where you're at.
Sure.
And I'm not so insecure that I have to live in the gym.
Yeah.
Because somebody's out working. Like, listen, I need to enjoy life too, or else I would hate this. And I have no problem taking a little bit of time. I won't pick up an alcohol bottle, I'll tell you that. I don't enjoy drinking. I don't like it. I'll drink very seldomly, maybe once every 6 months, and I don't get drunk.
Yeah.
So it's just not something I enjoy. I do live a healthy lifestyle, and I think that's part of taking care of the only thing I was born into this world with. But yeah, I mean, I have to get in shape just like anybody, and abs aren't what make you look in shape. You know, it's that cardio.
Oh, I know.
It's pushing.
Believe me, I know.
You know what I mean? But you can have abs and still not be in shape, man. So yeah, but you know what? I'm super secure in myself, and I kind of avoided your question about thinking about it every day. I think about it every day because I'm obsessed with it. You know, I'm gonna be that way until it's over, and even after, I'm gonna be like, man, like my last fight, I trashed the kid, but. Yeah, he's a grown man, not a kid, but you know, I obsess over the things that I didn't do right, and I try to get better at those things. But I definitely will take a healthy step back. I got some things I need to take care of after this, and I also want to decompress and take a little vacation after this. So, given everything goes well, and I earned it.
Beautiful. Vacation. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
You know, I'm a big history person as far as like I love like the 300 movie, Gladiator, Greece, Rome, things like that. So I was thinking about going abroad, you know, go to overseas, but I don't really know anything about planning a trip like that yet. So we'll see. I might, you know, there's a lot of things I want to see, man. I think part of the beauty in this life that people undervalue is, you know, I want to see the world before I'm dead, and I never thought it would be possible, and now these things are becoming possible. So I want to go get my 2 checks. First and foremost, if that's going to be possible,
Sure.
and I want to go and relax and just have that peace inside, because I still try to find that, you know what I mean, and I find that through nature.
Are you a fishing guy at all?
So I love fishing. I'm just not good at it.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I do love fishing.
Well, we'll give you all the information. We'd love to bring you down to Florida, take you
love to
fishing. My son's father-in-law is the head fishing captain at Disney World, so he can take you on the lakes bass fishing. We also have a deep sea fishing guy, a bow fishing guy, so we'll set it up, get you a hotel.
Listen, I would love that. I'm not even like, please don't gas me in a way where like you'll say you'll do it and then I'm never here.
Ask over there. Ask.
Yeah,
I offer for a reason.
Just to even be on the boat, man, it's therapy for me. You know, listen, all of us guys are tough, right? You know what I mean? But all these guys are afraid to say their vulnerabilities and things like that. Don't get me wrong. When Saturday night comes, man, I'm going to be a mofo to deal with. And I'm going to be hitting him to try and hurt him permanently. But, you know...
That's my co-host.
My man, yeah. But listen, I would love to do that. I would love that. It means a lot to me, so thank you for the offer.
Well, we represent Philadelphia together.
Yeah, let's go, my man.
So we'll set it up.
In our own weird way.
I brought up about the Eagles. What about the other teams based in Philly? Are you a Phillies fan?
I am not. I'm not. You know, I hope they win. I love it because it's local to me. But baseball is boring.
Okay, I agree with you. I do
boring
agree.
As ever.
Well, if any of your guys, or if you are interested, I love to give people that represent Philadelphia or are from Philadelphia. We have some game used spring training jerseys of the Phillies. So I'd like to hook you guys up if you're Philly guys. And,
I mean, these guys are all PA guys with me too. So, but keep a lookout for this mofo right there in the green shirt. He's going to be coming. He's an 85er, and this is his first time in Vegas, first time UFC buildings, anything. He's never been on a fight week, so but I'm telling you, that's a drafted talent right there.
Producer, let's get his info. We'll get him on the show next week. I appreciate your time. We're going to get your address. We're going to send you a care package from 8 Man Strong, as well as some stuff from Bucked Up Energy Drink. I'll get you my son's father-in-law's number so you can fish the lakes.
Awesome.
We'll set all you guys up and ask the PR, ask Navi. If I say it, it'll be done. All right, let's hit a quick break. Coming to you live from the UFC Apex. This is Knockout Radio.